your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, let's go back a few days ago. I was back on the show Wednesday. I was off yesterday, had some tests done. Everything's good. Here's the silver. You remember we were looking at the big ABCD coming in right here. Okay, we were saying that the tops between each high were very, very symmetrical. That should have come in today. If you remember, we were also talking about the fact that silver looked quite bullish here, because it made a beautiful 382 retracement. We'll just draw that in so you can see it without too much trouble. And let's just draw it in. There's your low right here, and your 382 comes in exactly right there. And we know that if you have a 382 at that level, that's going to give you a legitimate ABCD up here at the 1.618. But even more important than that, it's also a 61% retracement of the high of the 135 pattern. That's where everything lines up. As you can see, this said it would be a good time, but maybe to look to sell the silver or gold or platinum, anything metal, I guess, today. They're all different. I'll show you a few of them here in just a second, but that's the silver that we were looking at. And this had a huge move, folks. We've dropped $2 an ounce here, which is $10,000. But let's switch over and go over to the gold market, because that's the one that I think is going to be the real easy one to take a quick look at here. Hold on one second here, get this up here. Okay, here is the gold. I want to show you, we'll get up here with the hourly chart. That's the best way to look at it, because there was our 61% retracement of the move. You know, your ABCD, there was your move right here at the 204.60. The high was 204.6.7, off by just a little bit. I happened to be chatting with a young trader over in Singapore when this was happening, and all I was going to do was to watch this, because as that top was being made right over here, you can see there's your top at 206, and you see the market came down, didn't it? Came down very nicely. And so I said, gee, this would be a spot to hold on just a second here. If you're up in the middle of the night, God dug it. I'm just not a technical person. Anyway, you'll be able to see it here in just a second. There's your leg. It comes in exactly at the 382 retracement here at 297. Okay, now 297 looked pretty good. And I said, you know, this looks pretty good. He said, how about selling one? If it went below that other level, that would be a pretty good move to the downside. I said, well, yeah, you could do that. You know what your risk is. And we had this little move here. It just went sideways like this. And then I got a call from Beijing, and it was my good friend Xi Jinping. And he said, you know what? He said, we're tired of buying gold right now, so I'm going to make an announcement that we're going to stop buying gold for a while. Do you think that will affect the markets? I said, gee, I think it would. I said, let me get back to you on that. Well, you can see what's happened here. The market came down, and basically, folks, it's been an absolute free fall. We've dropped $80, during that whole move. So, and, as I was telling, please don't tell anybody about my close association with the folks over there in the Chinese government, because I probably get in trouble somewhere. Now, as we see this forming here on the shorter time frame, now remember, this is just a 4-minute chart, but you can trade these 4-minute charts. You can see the ABCD patterns that are forming as we go through here. These are the kind of things that we look at when we're trading on Friday, and Friday will be our big day. Now, there was your low right here. Okay, so that completed that. You also had another ABCD coming down on this one right here. That said, you're going to get a little bit of a rally right here, and we did. So we're just going to blow this up and see what kind of rally did. Remember, this is micro. But by golly, if the 382 worked one time, it should work again. So you want to go back and take a look at the high that we made way back here. That was back when it was trading at 2052. We came all the way down to 2020, dropped $30. So we're going to go over and take a look at that and bring it over here. And we haven't got there yet, so take a quick look at it. It probably made the 382 of this one right here, but double check that. And there it is right there. That's the 382 of that move. So it looks like we're still getting ready to go lower. Folks, now let's be realistic, okay? When China tells you that, we're done buying gold, but you see, you have to stay in the room till the guy finishes the sentence. Because when I called Xi and I talked to him about that, he said, no, Larry. He said, yes, we are done buying gold for now. So we put those two words in for now. When they come back and do it, believe me, folks, you think these people don't manipulate these markets, you are sadly mistaken. The master of that was Warren Buffett, and he taught Mr. What was his name? George Soros how to do it too. So it's not what the people tell you in the news, it's what they're doing behind closed doors, and that's what's so important. So that's the gold. Sure looks a lot lower. So we're going to look at a couple of the others here. This is copper. Now we always look at the hold on just a second here. See, it tells us that we're getting ready to have a pretty good correction in stocks from the S&P standpoint. That's what the thing is for today. It doesn't look good for the rest of the day, but who knows? That thing can lose a lot too, Now here is platinum. Now we had that big ABCD up there at 1097, which also happened to be the 78% level on the long-term weekly. Just get that weekly chart up there and you'll be able to see it without any trouble. There it is right up there. Went a little above it, 0.84, I think about $7 or $8. And you can see this big downdraft right here. That's telling you that we are in the throes of a pretty significant sell-off. Now, on this one, you see, we didn't get a 382 retracement today. Didn't even come close. Now, we probably did off of the secondary high because you got to do both of them because each high is respective from the other. And that will be pretty much spot on. Yeah, there it is. Not only that, but look, folks, this is an hourly chart. Look how long it's here. It's here from 6:30, almost a whole day. Look at that. Each one of these bars is 1 hour. That's half a day. That's half a day. That there's so much selling coming in at 10:14. Where are we trading now? 1972. That's where you got to sort of, pay a little tiny bit of attention to these things because they're very, very important, okay? Let's keep that in mind. At least that's what I'm looking at here. Okay, we'll get the platinum out of the way here. And then we want to look at the old Dr. Copper. And here's Dr. Copper. There was our high was made way back there on the 19th or the 21st of May. This is an hourly chart also. There was your first 382 retracement. It missed the exact 382 by less than 50 cents. 491 was a number. It got to 490 and a half. And if you use the modified oscillating pattern that we use, they're going to catch me on that one, folks. So we're going to take a break here. We'll be right back. We'll finish copper when we get back. It's just I like doing these because it reminds me of the importance of these patterns. And, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But you know what? Nothing works for sure. 100%. We'll be back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, I would like to spend some time here with July copper. We had a high up here at 5.19. Okay, now we've dropped 70 cents a pound, and we're down to right near 447. Now, you'll notice how much I appreciate the 1.618 expansion number, because when it gives you this leg right here, it tells you that leg is going right there, gives you your ABCD pattern that you'd like to see. There's your ABCD, and there's your 1.618 coming in right here. But as we look at this on a smaller time frame, now remember this goes back 6 weeks because it's an hourly chart. We're going to blow it up a little bit, okay? Now you can see we are forming a 3 drive to a bottom pattern here in the copper. Okay, there's a 382 up here. You can see it misses it by $0.50. Now look what we've got. We've got drive 1 here. We've got drive 2 here. We've got drive 3 here, setting right at 447, which is a 1.618 expansion. Okay, it's a multiple ABCD. We'll just draw it in right here so you'll be able to see it. And there it is right there. So we should get right down to this level. Now, if we close below this, that would really be pretty much lights out. But that's what it's looking at. We've got this big move down last night. We've gone from 68. We dropped 20 cents in copper, which is $5,000. Nothing like the $8,000 in gold or the $10,000 in silver, but still a substantial amount. If we take a look at this on the daily chart, you're going to be, well, this is missing some data. Never mind. Maybe it'll fill in just a second here. No. Anyway, that's what it's looking at right here. If we go back and look at it a longer time frame, way back here, we're going to see what this low was at this point right here. And as we draw that in, it's setting almost exactly at the 50%. So you right at this point, between 447 and 445, your stop would be below 445, by the way. But that's what I would be paying attention to now if you're watching the copper. Maybe that's what's making the stock market hold up as well as it's doing, so it's still holding up. That S&P's in a new high ground. Since we're talking about these, let's take a quick look here. Here is the NASDAQ. Just made another new high just a few minutes ago. Shut the front door and raise the rent. There's our old high that we had back in here. You can see it shattered it by quite a bit. This is a 60-minute. We're going to go down to a 13-minute so we can see some fun and games with ABCD. So we had there was the early morning break, folks. It broke from 91. It dropped 200 handles. Now, we know in a bull market, this is usually a pretty good spot. So let's see if that was a 382 off of the low that we made here the other day, which was right there. Oh, I don't think it is, because that's not even close. That's how bullish this puppy is. You bring in and draw it right there, and we missed it by quite a bit. The only one of these others might have fit it, but not too much. But what I was watching as we're making new highs here, I like to go to the smaller time frame, because that gives you a spot where you can find some of these highs in here. Because to me, this looks like on a shorter time frame, over the last couple of hours, this is a drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, and as we're watching these thing unfold, you'll see here we're pretty much right here where we should be putting the pedal on the metal and saying sell, 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 as they say in trading places. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking at here with this. And that's what I do for short-term trading. And then here's the sell-off. Let's just look at it a little bit quicker here. There's your sell-off right here. Of course, you had this low right here. We know that that wasn't a 382. So if you took it off the previous one, this one right here, you draw it in, and there it is, right on the money. In other words, it's a 382 off of this move. That brought you up to a new high. These are the things that I point out, and we trade with them on Friday, the 14th and the 28th of the month here in June. Hope you can join us. We've been fortunate. Trading gods have been good to us. We've made some money each one of those. One of these days, boys and girls, I can tell you, just as sure as God made little green apples and B.J. Thomas is singing the song, they're going to tack me to the wall. But you know what? I used to be a carpenter when I was in high school. That's how I paid my way through school, building beautiful cabinets. If you believe that, I still have 2 shares of the Brooklyn Bridge. But I do have a hammer, and I can take the tacks off the wall. Pretty cool. And when they don't have to tack me to the wall, because when I land, I'm usually on a pillow, because I keep my losses as small as I can. And you know what, folks? They don't bother me at all, because I'll be in there. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not fair. God dog it, I've lost data. This really upsets me. Sorry, folks. Give me a second here. I was wondering why this wasn't trading. Doggone it. I'm probably making a fool of myself here, but done that before and probably will again, but I bounce back quickly. All right, let's get it back up here so we can see what's going on to some of these things. I should have been looking, but I guess there's so much volatility on some of these. Even CQG is missing data. That's how much some of the stuff is going on. They didn't even show on most of these things. They didn't even show the. I have to catch up now with some of this stuff here, folks, because I do have. I'm not doing anything with silver. I'm not doing anything here with gold anymore. Here's the E-mini. Oh, look at the E-mini. This is moving pretty good now. We're up to 85. See, there's your E-mini moving higher. And not only that, but I think the Dow Jones has just, let's get the 13-minute up. I think that's what I was watching. It just broke above. I heard the limit minder go off. Hold on here. And, yep, it just did just a second ago. You see it held that level for a very, very long time, and now we popped above it. Now, remember, this is making new highs for the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones and all this other stuff, but this one isn't. We just hit 85 here in the let's just see if there's anything here with this 85 level right here. Look, we went all the way down here to 30. Let's see if that was a 382 off of one of these numbers here. Off of the low we had back here, you put that in, and oh boy, it came very close. Came within 2 or 3 points, and that's where we're making new highs here as we speak. And also we are breaking above the 382. Now, people ask me, now let's just get this up here, because I had that trade on, and the reason why I knew it was breaking above it is because I put my stop. Let's just get it right here so we can see it without any trouble at all. Now, remember, it doesn't take a lot of brains to do this. You just have to do it. Here's the action that we were looking for, folks. We were selling the 382 over this big move down that came in here at 40. Right there is where it happened. 39.40. Your stop goes above here. That's 50 points. That's only $250. in the Dow Jones. So that's a very low risk. And look, you're only out $100 when the S&P's gone. It's 47. It's gone $700 up, and this is only going $100 against you. So that's why you always want to sell the weakest and buy the strongest. That's the main thing. I think our guest today is Ben Bernanke. I'm not sure. The folks there, Al Christopher there, our head technician there at TFNN, said he was going to try to get him on the air today, but sometimes Al, because he has so many hobbies, forgets things. God love him. Okay, I think it cost $250,000 to listen to Bernanke for an hour. Let's take a break here. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648, and we're going to talk about the grains next, so get your vegetables out and throw them at me, boys and girls, because that was a non sequitur, or whatever that thing means, when it didn't flat out work and they tacked me onto the wall for a couple of losses. We'll be right back.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, a little commercial. Tom Hugard is going to be in Las Vegas tomorrow between 8 and 12. He's giving a big lecture to a whole bunch of people. You'll have to go to Telegram, Tom Hugard on Telegram, and he'll give you the information that you need. But he's one of the best speakers that I've ever met. And not only that, he is one of the 3 best traders that I've ever met, too. So I don't know whether he's number 1 or number 2 or number 3, but probably it's a photo finish would be my guess, folks. But he certainly knows what he's doing. This is December corn, folks. You remember we bought this. We had a really nice move of well over 30 cents in corn. We went short there. We made a small amount of money there because I thought it was so bullish that it was going to hold us 382, that it was on its way to, never, never land. Well, never, never really happened. And so we tried to buy it back here at 66. We lost 3 cents on that. We got out at 63, went a little bit lower. And then there was news yesterday that caused the corn to rally 16 cents. It rallied all the way up here and stopped here early this morning in the nighttime. We'll just get this up here. I'm just going to show you the frequency of these numbers. Okay, there's where it was. All right, now you look at a blank chart. The first thing you do is you go from your high to your low, and you can see that it stopped almost exactly on it made the exact 382 off of this one. That's what it was. Yeah, sorry. There, it made the exact 382 of the previous high, which was right there, spot on, and it's backed off. This isn't ready to go, folks. I am still very, very bullish, but now I don't really have a pattern that I can fall back on to say this is not acting right. So I'm not going to sit there and beat a dead horse, especially with the Belmonts tomorrow. And the winning horse will be, folks. Are you ready for this? I think it's a horse by D. Wayne Lucas. I think it's Earl Grey or Light Gray or something like that. It's got gray in it. But he's a great horse, and he's 8-1, which is a really good payoff for that horse. Okay, let's move on here and take a look at some of these other grains, because I'm going to have to be spending a lot of time over the weekend giving these things my best idea of where things are going. But I said we take our loss and stand aside. So we took a loss in the corn. We also took a loss in the soybean oil. We bought the soybean oil here at 45.05. If you remember, that was the December soybean oil. We got out of that at 43.05 and had a really strong rally yesterday of over $900. And again, it did exactly the same thing that the corn did from the previous high. I think it was this high. Anyway, went exactly to the 382 and stopped right exactly at the right point. So what we should do is we should check the Christmas meal, December soybean meal, to see if it did the same thing, because meal is 80% of the soybean, oil being the 20%. And hold on one second here, SMN, it should be right there. And we'll just get this hourly chart up. And this is a dying quail too. Boy, this is just not ready, folks. This is not, it might be someday, but not today. See, even today, it's had a little bit of a $2. This is not even a rally. You can see here was a little bit of a rally yesterday, but even then, that was no rally at all. Look, it's not even it's barely a 382 off of this last move right here. Well, it's actually 50%, sorry, but within a heart's breadth of that. But it hasn't changed yet. Looking at this on the long-term daily, this is where we're going to have to get our, I stand corrected, folks. This is where we're going to make a play. I'll do the work. Not only that, we made the lower low today there at 52, and it's held up relatively well. We've been here 3 days in a row. Okay, that's I should have seen that, but I got so many other things going on. I just didn't see that. I should have bought the meal down here today. So we'll be looking at that very, very closely. They want to buy the strongest. Remember. The weakest of the group, of course, is the soybean oil. Then the meal is strong. Soybeans are very weak too, so it's pretty much a pretty good thing of all of them going through the same thing here. All right, now here's the November soybeans. We were very fortunate to catch some of that earlier in the season on the way up. Now you see we haven't made new lows down in this area yet, so all we're going to be doing now is going down. This is a 4-hour chart. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. because I'm just real bullish. Just I don't give up on it. We're not. Once I lose, I want to say, okay, what did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. I just got stopped out. I was wrong. See, this so far has stopped exactly at the 78% level, and we rallied yesterday 23 cents in beans. Okay, just like the rest of it. Now, the last rally that we had coming off the high here, from this high, this would be the one you want to look at. There's your 382 right here. And you already went below the 138. So this has got to be your secondary 382, which we made yesterday. Hold on a second. The allergies are kicking in here. And today, 382 again, backing off a bit. So we got to keep paying attention to this, because it's going to be a real interesting one to follow as we go through that. So we covered that. Now we got to go to the wicked stepsister. Boy, I didn't think this had a snowball chance of losing. Uh-oh, someone's at the front door. The postman rings once here, maybe twice, and we have on the line here, I can't see the signs in the thing here. We got Jeff from New Jersey, wants to talk about being a corn farmer. What can I do for you, Jeff?
Hi, Larry. On the December corn daily chart,
Yes. Uh-huh.
If you go back to about February 27th, this past February 27th, I'm looking at a Gartley pattern on that corn chart, and I wanted to see if I didn't hear you mention the Gartley pattern. I want to see, maybe I got this wrong. But if you put your point,
that's on the 26th, right? That's the A
around
point.
February 26th. If you put an X point there, put your A point around May 10th or 11th or something like that, and then you can see an ABCD down, and it just comes very close to the 786 retracement.
Yes, it is. That's why I haven't given up. I just I see what you're saying,
so
Jeff.
That's
You're
Gartley, right? Would you agree that's a Gartley pattern?
Yes, it is. It's a little what we call asymmetrical one, but it's definitely Gartley. That's why I'm still looking. I'm going to be looking at the meal. That's the thing that I'm going to be looking at, is buying the meal. Does that help you?
The soy meal.
December soybean meal. Yes, sir. That's what I'll be doing.
Okay.
I think
because you don't want to load up on too many grains. I got you. Okay. Thanks. I just wanted to validate that. Thanks.
Jeff, you can load up on them when they're going up, but if they're going down, lighten up. That's the key. So anyway, I will be looking at that December soybean meal, because it does have some pretty good support in here. What we're watching here today here, it's rallied up a little bit, so it's holding its own. So that's a good thing. We'll be right back. Thank you, Jeff. I didn't know you were still online. My fault. We'll be right back, folks.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the fund involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, I'll be right back here. We'll take a quick look here. This is the E-mini. Let's get it up here. This is your E-mini. There was your 382 right here. Your stop had to be above there. So right now you're back into a profit mode, but your stop has got to be right above here at 95. So if you sold it at 35, your stop is at 95, you're risking $300. The E-mini S&P, let's get this up here, has gone into new high ground. And you can see this is just since we left. Oh, get this out of the way here. And, oh, son of a gun, just a minute. Hold on, just a minute. It's gone up and made a new high on the day. I mean, considerably above where we were. This is where we were coming in. There was the report that came out. I don't know. Was that the 382 off of that one? I don't think it was. It came pretty close. My gosh, it was. Yeah, there's your low of Friday. There's your low of Monday. The low of the day was an exact 382 from that level right there. That gave you. So I saw that one, folks. I had a little bit of short on the Dow Jones, and I covered that at the 382 on the Dow Jones. But then it had a pretty good rally, and I waited for that 382. So I want to see what's going to happen with it as we go through the remainder of the day. Okay, now let's move over here. One other place here. Give me a second here. I'm glad I was doing this show because I missed that meal. I should have been paying attention to that. But, boy, there's just so many things going on that I can't do it all. So let's look. All right, here's another one that is the wicked stepsister that they said, well, she didn't bring her crystal ball. Remember saying the last few days, folks, we've been talking about how bearish the bonds are. And we were setting up here against this line, as you can see here. Move this over a little bit. And we were saying that this is a price where it should start to turn down. Here was the report today. It popped up and hit 119.25, immediately dropped 2 full handles to the downside, much like this type of a day here. You see you go up for 7 days and then down. That tells us that we're getting ready to continue to go lower. It's going to continue to go lower is most probably what's going to happen here in the bonds. All we did was took out the previous week. You know, we should look at that because we missed the ABCD on this. Let's see if the Big Daddy Rabbit, which happens to be the get this up here, get the daily up here on the Treasury notes. And see if it made its ABCD. That would be interesting because then, oh boy, it did shut the front door and raise the rent. Holy moly, guacamole. There's trouble in River City in the bond market, folks. I missed this one. I don't trade notes. I trade bonds. I got lucky. You know, so of course, in trading, folks, if you have your choice between lucky and smart, always pick lucky. Can't go wrong. All right, here's the A leg right here. There's the B leg, C leg, and the D leg comes in. Comes in at 110.19. The high for the day was, drum roll please. Oh, wow, it missed it by a lot. 110.19 was the ABCD, and Johnny's holding up his placard saying the high was 110.21. It missed it by $25, and it's now dropped well over $1,000, and it's heading down. I don't know if that's going to have any effect on stocks or not, but who knows? That's something for the trading gods to figure. But that bond market, folks, when they're giving money, they gave another $225 million to the Ukraine. $150 million goes to Mr. Zelensky's fund, and the other 50 they spread it about amongst the generals. But one of these days, we're going to have to stop writing checks and printing bonds, and boy, that's when it says on your $1 bill, "In God We Trust." It's going to say, "In God We Trusted." And he turned the job over to the politicians, and you can see what happened. $33 trillion in debt, folks. Our interest on that is $1 trillion a year. Do you know how many zeros that is? A lot. 16. Anyway, that's what we're looking at here with the Treasury notes. Get that out of the way here. Treasury bonds we've already covered. We just covered that. Bonds, and this is still going lower here now in the gold. You can see we just had a little bit of a move here. The beans are starting to move up a little. They held that level, I guess, a little bit anyway. While we were off the air there, I went and bought I bought some meal. I paid $3.55 for the meal, risking $4. But the fact is that it's actually, it's still down considerably from last night, but it's still up from where it was early in the morning of the 6th. That doesn't mean very much. But anyway, that's what we're certainly trying to follow here today with some of these. Let me get back up here to the wheat, because this was the one that really, I liked this one so much. This was everything that I liked about something. First, we're going to go to the daily chart, okay? This was everything that I liked, and I told everybody that it was everything that I liked. This is why these 382s sometimes lose, believe it or not. I know you can't believe it, but that's the truth. There it was right there, folks. It was such a beautiful trade setting there at 685. It was also a Gartley. If you'd have taken off the other low back here, just a minute, we'll go draw this one in right here. You'll be able to see it came in right there. There was your Gartley right there. Looked really great. Bing, bong, bing. There was your nickel gone there. So I lost on bean oil. I lost on corn. I made some money on corn on the way up. I made some money on oil on the way up, and I made some money on the corn on the way up. But I lost the last three. If I sit here and tell you that I don't have losses, you're not going to believe me. And those of you know would laugh at that because I've been doing this for so long. I expect losses. The one thing I know about losses, folks, it's like being a cold caller to trying to make your money as a salesman, as a cold caller. You have to pick up the telephone and keep answering the phone and listening to people hang up on you and call you uncommonly terrible names. But one of the times you pick up the phone, guys, I've been waiting for you to call. Where have you been? And that's maybe 1 out of 84. But with trading, we try to get, 2 out of 3, 5 out of 10, 17 out of 34, whatever it is. But you're going to have strings of wins. So that's what you got to do. When you have a loss, you shake it off and go on to the next one. The hardest part of people doing this new is that they lose 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. Why wouldn't they? After 7 times, they just don't. They give up. That's why you have to have a belief in what you do, folks. And boy, I got that in spades back in 1975. I knew what I had to do, and that's been with me, ever since. I could have made a lot of money, a lot more money than I did, but I've had a great life. I spoke with Larry Williams yesterday. He sold his big ranch up in Montana. I said, Larry, you promised me you'd never sell that. He said, Larry, he said, there's a guy there from New York City that really wanted to buy it, and he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I said, I know what that is. That must have been in some kind of movie at one time or another with Italian flavor. Mystic Pizza or something like that. Oh, maybe it was The Godfather. Anyway, this was a big loss. Now, we're going to wait and see what happens after this. Take a break. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, we're back, folks, and I'm going to give you a little bit of reading from Mark Douglas. Of course, Mark worked with me here in the office. We worked together from 1996 to 2006. 2004. And then he moved to Scottsdale. But here's what he drilled into me. It was already drilling since I met him in '83. But you have to have a foundation of absolute trust in what you're doing, whether you're right or wrong. You know that trust is going to be with you all the time. The skills involved in a trader are two. You have to perceive an opportunity, okay? You have to have a methodology that goes along with that opportunity, and you have to have a risk factor that keeps you in the game, and that risk factor is using a stop. If you don't use a stop, send your money directly into wherever it is, because it's not long for you're not in this game anymore. So that's it. But if you follow those steps, you will be successful. It just takes some people longer than others. And believe me, it took me a long time. I made money along the way by stumbling along, making money, and the big grain robbery from 72 to 74, and I gave it all back in 74, studied in 75, and since that time I got involved in gold and silver in 76, and I was being there at the right time, but I was trading everything at the time. It wasn't just gold and silver. Gold and silver has always bailed me out because I was always buying. I didn't like selling short gold and silver because you got hurt quite a bit for a lot of different reasons, but that's it. Anyway, that's what we have going. Monday, we're going to have, our guest is going to be, I forgot already, Alfie Lavoie of Air Software, the master of the cycles for astrology. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless, and we'll see you on the flip side. Have a wonderful weekend and try to do something nice for your neighbors, okay? Be a good thing to do.